My name is Acacia Harper. I'm 29 years old. I woke up in a hospital bed with 3 broken ribs and a punctured lung. The first thing the nurse told me was that my sister signed a financial waiver and left. She was here for 20 minutes. 20 minutes! While I was in surgery, while a machine was breathing for me, my sister Margot walked in, signed a piece of paper that said she wouldn't pay for any of it, and walked out. 5 days later, she came back, strolled up to the nurse's station, and casually asked if I had been discharged yet. The nurse, a woman named Colleen, who had checked on me every 2 hours for 5 straight days, looked my sister dead in the eye and said one sentence. I watched the color drain from Margot's face through the window of my room. This is the story of how my own sister tried to kill me for $2 million and how I made sure she lost everything. If you're watching this, please subscribe and let me know where you're watching from. But first, let me take you back to the night everything changed. It was a Tuesday in March. I had just finished a brutal 12-hour shift at Millbrook Community Clinic in Connecticut. Flu season, short-staffed, the usual chaos. I was driving home on Route 7, that familiar, winding 2-lane road through the hills I'd driven 1,000 times. I came up on the sharp bend past the old covered bridge. I pressed the brake. Nothing happened. I pressed harder. The pedals sank straight to the floor like stepping into mud. No resistance, no stopping. My hands locked on the wheel. The curve was coming fast. I pumped the brake once, twice, 3 times. The car kept gaining speed. Headlights swept across the guardrail. I yanked the wheel right, aiming for the shoulder, but at 45 miles an hour on a downhill curve, there was no shoulder, only gravel, then metal. The impact sounded like the world tearing open. Glass exploded. Steel screamed. Something inside my chest snapped. 3 distinct cracks like dry branches breaking. Then everything went quiet, except for the ringing in my ears. I was hanging sideways in the seatbelt, blood in my mouth. A paramedic's face appeared in the broken window. His lips moved, but I only caught fragments. Punctured lung, 3 fractured ribs. Stay with us. Right before I passed out the second time, I heard someone say, "Her sister's already on the way." I held on to that in the dark. Margot is coming. I'll be okay. That was the last time I trusted her. I came out of surgery 31 hours later. The room was white and sterile. I counted ceiling tiles because there was nothing else to look at. No flowers, no cards, no jacket on the visitor's chair. A nurse pushed through the door. Mid-40s, dark hair pinned back, glasses on a chain. Her name tag read Colleen Brady, RN.
How long have I been out? My voice sounded like gravel. About a day and a half. Surgery went well. You're gonna be sore for a while. I looked at the empty chair. Has anyone been here? Colleen paused. Your sister came the first night. She was here about 20 minutes, signed the financial release form, and left. 20 minutes. She signed a form refusing responsibility and walked out while I was still in surgery. That night, I called my father. He picked up on the 4th ring, voice loose and fuzzy from his 3rd bourbon. Hey, sweetheart. Margot said she's handling everything. Don't worry about it. Dad, I'm in the hospital. I had surgery. Right. Margot told us. She said you're doing fine. I hung up and stared at the phone. Colleen came back in to adjust my pain meds. She looked at me and said quietly, "That financial release form means she made sure the hospital knows she's not paying for any of this." I didn't answer. I just closed my eyes and counted ceiling tiles again. Let me tell you about Margot and me. Growing up, Margot was the golden child, 5 years older, beautiful, sharp, the one who could do no wrong. Our father drank. Our mother cried. The house was something you survived, not something you lived in. Margot made it bearable. She'd pull me into her room during the worst nights, put headphones on me and whisper, "Just listen to the music. I'll handle it." She drove me to my college scholarship interview when I was 17 and waited in the car for 3 hours with the heat running. When I got in, hands shaking, she said, "You're going to leave this town and I'm going to be so proud of you." I believed her. But every favor came with a receipt. Every kindness had a ledger. "I sacrificed so much for you," she'd say casually, and I'd feel that quiet guilt like I owed her something I could never repay. 5 years ago, Margot married Brett Whitfield, a real estate developer with big promises. She moved into a beautiful colonial house. She started going by Mrs. Whitfield at Cardi's and introduced me to her friends as "my little sister the nurse," said it with that tilt of her head like it was cute, like it was small. Our grandmother Frances saw through it long before I did. The last time I visited her before she passed, she held my hand and said, "Your sister loves the idea of family, Acacia. You love the actual people." I didn't understand what she meant then. I do now. Day 3 in the hospital. I was trying to eat applesauce with my left hand when my old college friend Danny Oakes walked in. He's a mechanic now. He sat in the empty visitor's chair, put a bag of donuts on the table, and leaned forward. "Acacia, I need to tell you something. Your car got towed to Henley's lot. I went to look at the damage for the insurance report." He rubbed his hands together. "The brake line didn't wear out. It was cut. Clean cut. Someone used a blade or snips. There's no way that happened by accident." The room tilted. Danny looked at me like he was afraid of what he was about to say. "Who had access to your car the night before the accident?" I already knew the answer. The night before, I had parked at my parents' house for dinner. The car sat in the open driveway for 3 hours. Margot was there too. Day 4. My phone rang at 9:14 a.m. Margot's name on the screen. I picked up. "Acacia? Oh my God, I've been meaning to call. Things have been insane with the gala planning. How are you feeling?" Her voice was warm, musical, the voice of a woman who hosts dinner parties and never burns anything. "I have 3 broken ribs and a punctured lung, Margot." I know. Mom told me the surgery went well. Listen, have they said when you'll be discharged? I need to know for planning." Planning? She hadn't asked about my pain. She hadn't asked if I could breathe. She was asking about a timeline so she could manage the story. I hung up and stared at the wall. That afternoon, a woman I'd never met walked in carrying a leather briefcase. "Acacia Harper? I'm Helen Ashford. I manage the trust your grandmother established." She told me my grandmother had left a $2.3 million trust split between me and Margot. My share, roughly $1.15 million, was scheduled to be distributed on my 30th birthday, 11 months from now. Margot had already called Helen asking about incapacity provisions, the clause that lets one beneficiary take control if the other is declared legally incapacitated. Helen looked me straight in the eye. "In 9 years, your sister never once asked about your share, not until you ended up in this hospital bed." The ceiling tiles stared back at me. 216 of them. I had plenty of time to count. That night, I called Helen back. "I want to protect my trust, and I want to know exactly what my sister has been doing." We started building the case quietly. I didn't do it for revenge. I did it because someone tried to kill me, and no one in my family seemed to care enough to ask why. The gala was in 4 weeks. Margot was chairing it. Helen looked at me and said, "That's where she's most visible and most vulnerable." I smiled for the first time since the accident. "Then that's where we end this." The night before the gala, I sat in June's guest room, Colleen's mother's house where I'd been staying, with a white envelope on the nightstand and a thick binder on the bed.
Inside the envelope was a single sheet, every piece of evidence condensed: the brake line report, the Home Depot receipt with Margot's credit card, the neighbor's Ring camera footage, Brett's 11-minute phone call at 11:30 p.m., Margot's calls to the bank and the psychiatrist. Everything. I wasn't going to make a big speech. I was just going to hand it to her and watch what she did when the performance finally ended. The Millbrook Country Club looked like a magazine spread. White tablecloths, crystal, hydrangeas everywhere. 200 guests in cocktail dresses and sport coats. Margot stood near the entrance in a crimson gown, greeting everyone with that perfect hostess smile. When I walked in, there was a ripple. Heads turned, whispers started. I was the sister who was in the car accident, the sister who disappeared. Margot saw me. For half a second, her smile faltered. Then the mask snapped back on. She crossed the room with open arms. "Oh my God, Acacia, you came!" Her voice carried across the room. "Everyone, my sister is here. This is what family is about." She hugged me. I hugged her back. I leaned close to her ear and whispered, "We need to talk privately after your speech." I felt her body go rigid. At 7:30, she took the stage. She gave a beautiful speech about family, giving back, and how the Sinclairs always support each other. She even mentioned me. "My sister Acacia is here tonight after a difficult time, and I'm so grateful our family came together." The room applauded. I didn't stand. I just gave a small wave. After the speech, I caught her eye and nodded toward the side lounge. She followed me. The lounge was quiet. I closed the door, took the envelope from my clutch, and placed it on the table between us. "Open it," I said. Margot picked it up, slid out the single sheet, and started reading. Her eyes moved line by line. The brake line, the Home Depot receipt, her credit card, the Ring camera, Brett's phone call, her calls to the bank and psychiatrist. Her hands started shaking. "This is insane," she whispered. "You're making this up." "The police have the same documents, Margot. Helen filed them last week." She looked up at me, eyes wide with real fear this time. "I'm not here to destroy you in public," I said quietly. "I'm giving you a chance. Walk out there, tell the truth, resign from the trust, and we can keep this civil. Or let the police and the court handle it. Those are your options." Margot stared at me for a long moment, then she grabbed the door handle and pushed back into the ballroom. She didn't walk out calmly. She erupted. She stormed back into the main room, tears streaming, voice high and shaky. "My sister is attacking me. She hired a lawyer to destroy me. She's making up lies about our family." 200 people froze.
Helen Ashford stood up from her table, calm and composed. "Mrs. Whitfield, I'm Helen Ashford, trustee of Francis Sinclair's trust. Everything in that document is verified and has been submitted to the Millbrook Police Department." Margot spun toward the VIP table. "Brett, tell them she's lying." Brett Whitfield looked at his wife, then at the 200 faces watching him, and looked down at his plate. He didn't stand, he didn't say a word. Colleen Brady stood next. Her voice was clear across the silent room. "I was the night nurse when your sister was admitted. You came once, for 20 minutes. You signed the financial waiver and left. I have the hospital log." The ballroom was dead silent. Margot looked around the room, searching for anyone who would still believe her. She found nothing. She turned and walked out the door without another word. The string quartet had stopped playing. Someone's glass clinked against a table. That was the only sound. I stood there in my simple navy dress while 200 people looked at me. I didn't feel victorious. I felt exhausted, but I also felt free. The fallout came fast. Margot was charged with reckless endangerment. The charge was later upgraded to attempted murder after forensic analysis matched the tool marks. She's out on bail, but facing serious prison time. Brett filed for divorce 2 weeks after the gala and left the state. My parents are slowly coming to terms with what happened. My father joined AA. My mother calls every Sunday. The conversations are short and awkward, but they're real. I sold my share of any future family claims for $1 and used part of my grandmother's trust to start the Frances Harper Nursing Scholarship at the community college. Every weekend, I sit on the dock of the small lake house I bought with the money I protected. I wear Grandma Frances's simple gold bracelet, and I finally breathe without pain. I don't hate my sister. I grieve the sister she used to be, the one who put headphones on a scared little girl and told her everything would be okay. But I will never forgive the woman who put my brakes for money.
Family isn't the people who share your blood. It's the people who show up when you're bleeding. That's my story. If you've ever been betrayed by someone who was supposed to protect you, drop a comment. Would you have handed her that envelope at the gala, or would you have let the police handle it quietly? Hit subscribe if you want more stories like this. Thank you for listening. Go protect your peace.